Dan, let's talk about the energy stocks. They've been on fire. It's like the only game in town in the market. So what are you doing? You know, we've been moving some things around, but what do you think you want to do at this point?
I have core holdings that I believe have value for the long haul, and I try very much, or at least sometimes unsuccessfully, to ignore what are these very, very, very hot shale plays that, by the way, have most of their profits banked already. I have some left of Cimarex, I will admit it, but you know, I own it at 92. I have a small interest in EOG, but there's no way I'm going to tell people to get involved in these stocks up here. I mean, Pioneer Natural Resources, where's it going to go, 300? I don't understand. At some point, you got to figure that the profits are banked in.
They're pretty well discovered, no pun intended, right?
Exactly.
A lot of investors are in these names, a lot of momentum stuff. So what stocks do you want to buy in this sector? Are there any?
Well, look, there are some core holdings that I know have a risk of flaming out for the short term when some of the bloom comes off the rose on the hot shale plays. But that doesn't stop me from owning Noble, because not because of the Niobrara, which is, a shale play in the United States, but because of the Leviathan off of the coast of Israel. That, to me, is the game changer that's worth the long haul. That's a core holding. Devon is one that I know everyone's giving me a hard time on Devon, but their conversion from gas to liquids and to crude is not done, and therefore I believe that even the correct calculation of what that company is worth post-conversion is not nearly in the stock. That's again a long-haul kind of play.
Right, I think that Devon, the management, has had execution issues, and so that's an issue. We've owned it before in the past.
And you are right.
But when you compare Devon to Noble, it's like night and day. I mean, Noble is so well run, they execute so well, but that too we sold recently.
But they also have a problem because Davidson's stepping down, and that's usually not a great sign for the company either.
But they have a very deep bench, I think, and so.
Indeed.
But I will tell you that we've sold both of those positions, and we're going more value. We're going a marathon in the space because we do think that restructuring story is just beginning.
Tell me what you like about Marathon, because it's another one that I've followed for a long time. It's been dead money for a while. Why now? Why here?
It has been dead money, but now that they're separated, right, they've done the spin, now they can focus on their core operations. And while the last quarter production growth was great in the U.S., it was not great in the international businesses, but they're selling those, right? They actually even said they're getting bids for Norway in the second quarter. So I think that's going to be your catalyst. They shrink to grow. I like that strategy because that's what we worked. It worked with our Occidental position. They also shrunk to grow, and I like that because then you use the cash, buy back stock, put the dividends, and it really starts to manifest.
And that's more of an integrated play as opposed to a very focused E&P, and that's your integrated play, basically, Marathon right now?
Yeah, because we sold Chevron at 125. It hasn't done anything since then, but I just felt like that stock had run too much. So a lot of the stocks that you've talked about also have run a lot, and so it's hard to find value.
One more runner that has been parabolic that I'm in deeply, and I will not tell anybody to get into it here, but it's also got so much momentum behind them that I'm not ready to get out, is Halcon.
Oh, that's been a great stock.
Which we recommended to everybody here at 420, and now we're pushing 6.
Where do you think it could go?
Well, this is one of those parabolic kind of plays based upon a buyout, another Floyd takeout kind of thing, and their play is in the Tuscaloosa. They will get some results from there soon. The first well that they drilled looks really good. It's one of those kind of guilty pleasures that I have right now because there's really no reason for it to be up here, but I can't get out because if they actually strike something in the Tuscaloosa, it's going to go to 7.
Well, there you go. You have plenty of ideas. You have some high quality names, maybe a little more spec, but there's certainly stuff out there still that you'd be buying.
Right.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks.